This is a strange way to start a vlog, but let's do it. Are you ready to travel? Are you gonna go in the suitcase? Yeah, in the suitcase. Oh, I don't think you can fit in the suitcase. Maybe the bigger one over there. All right, so this is the morning of our trip to Texas. Yay! This is an excuse for Kai to be in pajamas all day long because that's how he's comfortable on the plane. They're new pajamas, don't worry. And yeah, I mean, this is the part where it's like, yeah, I'm done packing. But you're like, no, I need to pack my office, the lights, what else? Your stuff, your last minute things. So it's like the chargers, the webcams. Oh, okay, we're done. No. My face is so shiny. Yeah, the flight is tomorrow and I pack in cubes. Not a lot really to explain, just that, I start really with organizing the clothes, make sure I have room for all the clothes and shoes, accessories, like if I need an extra purse or backpack or whatever. Then I go with the electronics. It's like, okay, I gotta pack the light, the camera, makeup, of course for makeup, glam, but also for Halloween because we're all gonna be aliens. And yeah, so it's kind of like clothes go first and then we systemize and pack everything else. And I like to pack in a separate room if possible to just keep the clutter away from my main working space. And this is getting typical routine before the flight tomorrow. Packing clothes, Halloween costumes, gifts, Kai's clothes. It's a lot going on. This isn't even half. Oh my gosh. It's currently 10:10. Our flight leaves today at 2:30, so we gotta drive to LAX. It's a stressful trip. I don't feel ready the way I felt for past trips, and we are just scrambling to the last minute. Gotta go downstairs and pack Kai's food, his snacks. Oh, we're gonna make it. So we're on the 405. This is the busiest freeway in LA. And so we're almost there. Like, we only have 11 miles, but it's gonna take us like 35 minutes to get to our terminal. So that's that.
What do I have here? I had breakfast and coffee here.
Mm-hmm. What kind of breakfast?
Well, I came here because I was early, first of all. And all these other places have breakfast sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are boarding the plane. What a crazy arrival. But we made it.
Yeah, full.
No.
Where?
So it's been an extra crazy trip because
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, now it's my turn to welcome you on board this.
So while I am on the flight, just want to mention my team because they're awesome. When I travel, they, only message me if they have something urgent. But, as I've described somewhere in this video, like this is a very busy time for us. So, I don't mind just being on the grind right now, like responding to messages when I need. So Slack, is our main tool of communication. And there is, where we have the core team. And it's also where we host our clients right now and our subscribers to sales programs. It's really great to know that whether I check in on the Slack or not, like the team is holding it down. They're taking care of the clients, answering questions, with, taking care of the YouTube channel, etc., etc. So that is great. ¿Estás emocionado?
Es lo que iba a decir. Estoy emocionado de conocer el otro estado, de Dallas, Texas, y los Cowboys.
Howdy.
Y las vacas howdies. Me encanta Texas porque tiene vacas, y donde hay vacas hay barbecue.
So it's nice to get this moment of peace on the plane. I'm drinking black coffee at 5 p.m. and that never happens. But basically, it's been a crazy week. As we're building out the subscribers to sales agency, it's at the moment we're basically how I would describe it. Actually, my husband described it best. Abraham Lincoln said it best. It's like you have 4 hours to cut down a tree. You spend 3 sharpening a sword. And that's exactly how I can explain what's going on right now, because I just feel like I've been sharpening our systems. Systems. Like it all boils down to systems, right? Because if you don't have strong systems and a team and the tools to make a, multi-6-figure, 7-figure agency work, it'll never work, period, right? So that's why I've been so busy. And so yesterday was crazy because literally the first guy we brought on board on our sales team, he quit. And it was no hard feelings, but it was still very stressful, a hard pill to swallow. Mostly it's just, I was frustrated because, he quit because he was getting a big no-show rate. There was a no-show of about 50% on his calls, and he was just like, hey, I can't use my talents like this. And I'm like, I get it. So it's back to the drawing board. But the great news is Elizabeth, our ops manager, has hired an appointment setter and slash virtual assistant slash amazing person. And he's hired, and she's ecstatic about him, and I am as well. I have not met him yet, but that happened yesterday. So someone quit, but also someone came on board, and at the same time, we're trying to get in contact with someone to help build the sales team, or get me at least help, because right now all the traffic is going to the calendar, and I'm the only one taking sales calls, which is fine. I like sales calls. It's just my goal is to get myself out of the sales and doing sales, as fast as possible, really, so that we can scale this thing to big, huge levels. And so, what else is going on? We are also building out the fulfillment process and systems, right? We're always building out the systems, but the fulfillment process to fulfill video editing services for our clients. This is going to be super exciting. And it's going to provide an incredible editing service, and they're going to be able to not only have editing, but a manager to manage their projects, which is great. Because, as you know, as a YouTube entrepreneur, video marketer, creator, it's you just want to outsource everything and not think about it. Film, hand off the footage, and be done. And make sure things happen within deadlines and on time. And so that's why we're really excited to offer and to build out an in-house editing component of our subscribers to sales program. And that's really exciting. So, there's just so much in the works right now. And I guess I would have to say that. 1 second. And so basically, I'm working a ton right now. And not a lot, 16-hour days, nothing crazy like that. But, I would say I'm working 9 to 4, sometimes 9 to 5. sometimes 10 to 5, and that's a lot compared to, you know, working like 10, 12 hours a week from when I first got back from maternity leave. And so, you know, it feels like a lot, and I'm not spending as much time with my son, and I feel guilty, you know, because I want to be with my baby boy. But the whole purpose of me going so all in right now, just work, grinding, having to film content on the weekend sometimes, it's because I see this vision. This is the most exciting vision, and I know we're going to achieve it. I see this vision, and it takes unexcusable working hours. So although I'm working a lot, it's very, very fulfilling as we build. And so I don't mind the work, because I know, like, my ultimate goal is to be in a position where I'm only filming content. I'm able to work with the clients in a capacity where it's just like I'm their creative director and helping them increase watch time and views and subscribers. Like, that's pretty much the funnest part to me. And then, yeah, be able to have just easy, you know, 20-hour work weeks and feel good and have everything in the hands of our team, because our team is just crushing it right now. Like, they are, you know, our Dawn, our success coach, she is just absolutely crushing it. Our clients love her, and yeah, that's where I want to be. And also doing things like more podcast appearances, and I want to be a speaker as well, and I want to write a book, and so that requires time. And I guess I want to get to a point where I'm not working in the business, but instead working on it, being the visionary. And that's going to happen. I know it is. But right now it's just a lot of, you know, it's a time where I'm like, okay, when I put my baby boy down to sleep, sometimes I have to work after that, like at 7, 8 at night. Get finalize things, send out emails, and get ready for the next day. And I'm totally okay with that. Not a problem. So as long as my spiritual is good, my spirituality, I'm flowing through the day, I'm not stressed, and I can handle whatever comes my way. As long as all that is continuing to go on, I'm fine. So anyways, that's been a snapshot of what, you know, life is like right now with building the agency, relocating to Texas, and it's been fun. It's been fun, challenging, of course, but fun. So traveling with a baby is tough, but it's not impossible. Kai is a great traveler. This is his 7th flight, and he crushed it. He didn't take a nap. He didn't scream, didn't cry, kept himself occupied. He watched some movies. He was just a really great baby. He loved looking out the window, climbing on top of us, you know, back and forth. So he was a really great baby. But it's, you know, the diaper bag is the most important thing when we travel. It's like making sure that diaper bag is packed with all his essentials, toys, wipes, disinfectants, and but Kai, he was a great travel baby.
And as always, we know that you have a choice.
We have made it to Dallas.
Thank you for choosing American.
Yeehaw!
There's my godmommy. All our bags. Say hi.
How was everything?
Good. How about you?
Okay, Kai.
Well, you're going to be driving with my family by Saturday.
All right, so here we are, weeks later, approximately 4 weeks after that travel day and that flight from Los Angeles to Dallas. And I gotta say, this is my first time filming since then and jumping in front of a camera, so it feels like a little bit rusty in a way, but yeah, it was all my intention to definitely film, keep producing content, but we got sick. Like, as soon as we got here, you know, 2-3 days later, we got hit with major allergies. Like, just the weather here at this point in time in Texas is super bipolar. So very shortly after, I was just like, and then we got even more sick, and it led to sinus infections, ear infections for my son. So here we are, finally feeling better. And like, I had to, you know, go to urgent care, get antibiotics, and it was just so insane. Like, even my husband got sick. So, but yeah, we made it. So just recapping here, like, what the heck happened the past 4 weeks. And so, by the way, if you are liking this style of video, I would love to know, like, comment vlog in the comments, because I would love to do more. Like, I'm even thinking of doing maybe 2 to 3 videos a month of like day in the life of myself as a CEO YouTuber, and like what happens behind the scenes. And so yeah, I love it if you comment vlog if you're enjoying this style of video. So moving on to kind of the purpose behind just nomading, like recently, meaning this past summer. So right now we're at the end of November, just for context. So this past summer, we went to Medellin, Colombia, and I can leave a link to that video in the description and up here. But basically we were there all summer, and that officially kicked off our like digital nomad family. Okay. It's, that was the kind of the idea of coming here. Like, we are with my godparents here in McKinney, Texas. They're amazing. It was a win-win situation. We got to come visit my god family, stay with them, get to know McKinney, get to know like North Texas, because the whole point is, you know, one, it's fun to, you know, travel, be remote, because we had, you know, right now we are nomad-ish. You know, we are able to travel and take our businesses and operate from anywhere, and that's really fun. And then coming here, we're able to kill several birds with one stone, like get to spend time with my god family after years of not seeing them and reconnecting, and that's been really fun and special. And, you know, getting to know Texas, another state. My husband's brand new to the US, so it's been really cool to have him like see a new state. And then, yeah, my son, it's been great to share a travel experience with him. I think that the more travel for a family, and especially for a child, the better. Like, the more exposure he gets, yeah, just the better it is, in my opinion. So that's the, I guess, purpose of us doing this, because a lot of people have been like, well, like, why are you here? what's your plan? And so I've been telling them, like, hey, you know, we're honestly just looking for a home base right now in the United States. You know, California is where we're home basing right now. You know, my parents live in Southern California. My whole family lives in California. I just don't love California because it's, I mean, the cost of living is just crazy there. And so it's just, after you've seen and traveled around the world and had, you know, you see how far the dollar goes in, even in other states, like in other countries, right? It's just hard to justify paying so much money for gas, living, rent, and just other things that are way higher in California. I mean, here we came to Texas, and I saw the gas station and I almost fainted because it was so cheap. I mean, gas here is like $2.70. That's wild. Like, who has gas for that cheap anymore? I guess Texas does. California, no. I mean, we crossed $6 a gallon, which is wild. You know, it's probably in the $5 range, but you know, that's just how it is. So anyway, that's kind of the whole purpose around things. Also, just quick tips about nomading that I think are important. And when you're wanting to remote work from different places, it's definitely important to just check out. This is more applicable to overseas, but also very much so if you're traveling within the United States, just checking out the availability of co-working spaces, internet, what the weather is going to be like. This is going to affect what you pack, like how safe it is, safety, and just what your resources are going to be once you get to some place. Then, you know, how similar they're going to be as what you're used to, meaning gym, community, things like that. It's really important. So it takes us a while to get into the flow. Sometimes more so now with a baby, like we want to get set up. Like, where's our workspace going to be? How strong is the internet? Is it reliable? Do we need any extensions? Do we need to go to a co-working? Do we need to go somewhere to film YouTube videos? So all these things to consider prior to move is really important. We also try to map out gyms that we think we might like, and that's really important as well. But again, we've been super sick, so we haven't even gone to the gym hardly at all, but hopefully next week we'll get back into the routine. But anyway, there's that. And so how has Dallas been so far? Like, well, we're north of Dallas about 40 minutes. So I really love it here. I mean, there's so many different, it's so different. It's the same, but it's so different. You know, it's the way I can describe it is like, when I come back to the United States from being overseas, I'm like, wow, everything's so big and there's so many products. And it's like, when you come to Texas, it's like bigger. It's like, whoa. I mean, there's like 50 pumps at a gas station. It's wild. But McKinney is, and a lot of the surrounding towns are very nice. Like, there's just very nice stores. Like, nothing feels old. Resources feel very available. I love the housing here. It's just so, the houses are huge. They have like this southern feel and East Coast feel. They're gigantic, right? I've heard like the cost of living, the cost of living is much more affordable here than California. The weather has been rough, obviously. I mean, right now it's in this weird cold, hot season, leaning towards cold. But I've liked it. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, when we got here, we celebrated Halloween with the God family. That was really nice. And we got to, go trick-or-treating with Kai's, God cousins. And it was really cool to see like what the suburban feels like in a different area. But I also appreciate the diversity here. Like, North Texas is very diverse. Lots of different cultures, like honestly more than I expected. Another thing that I appreciate about here is like there's tons of things to do. Like, there is a water ski park where you can go water skiing in a park and it drags you around, and there's just so much to do, right? Just from, I can't even name the activities right now, but like indoor go-karts, like indoor skydiving, malls, just all kinds of activities for whatever age. We also did hot air balloon riding. Like, that was a super fun activity. Like, my godfather hooked us up with an hot air balloon ride, and we went over the McKinney area and Allen, and it was really awesome. I mean, that was my first time doing hot air balloon, and it was phenomenal. Like, we went, higher elevation and back down to the trees, and so it was cool. Like, we got to see the landscape and different residential areas, and people were saying like hi to us from the ground, and so that was really nice. A really nice date night and evening. And then one of the other things that I love about this area is it has Fort Worth, which is like true Texan culture. Like, it's the cowboy boots, it's the old country western, it has the longhorns, like the horses. They're herding the cattle. You got the ribs. Just the it's really cool. It's a really cool town. There's so much to do. We were there for like 4 or 5 hours, and it was not enough time to do all the activities there. It also has the only like year-long rodeo. So every Friday and Saturday night there is a rodeo, and we didn't get to see it because they're in championship and tickets were like super expensive. So we were like, maybe not this time, but it was really quite fascinating. Walking through the town, super enjoyable, great way to disconnect and, go shopping, go eat, and do all these activities. So like, that is a really cool area. I would totally go back to Fort Worth, and so we're looking forward to it. But it's been a fun trip so far. It's about an 8-week trip, and so we'll head back to Southern California. But I've definitely appreciated it. And I'll probably make one more vlog before we leave, just on, because we're going to be doing other things, like going to see San Antonio and viewing other cities around the area. So I will definitely update on that. And then as far as business has been going super well. Like, our brand new YouTube agency, the one I was talking about on the plane, like, we've welcomed amazing clients this month, and it's honestly been a dream to work with. So shout out to my clients if you're watching this, like, love you. But it's been fun, and it's I'll do a deeper dive into what's been going on and how I'm building this out. But we've recently assembled the sales team. Like, I've never had a sales team in my life, right? It's always been just automated through a webinar funnel. And so, like, this month we brought in an appointment setter named Mustafa. He is incredible. Another member to the team, an official sales closer named Mike. He's awesome as well. And that's been so great because that was consuming a ton of my time the past 90 days, like doing sales calls and stuff. And, on top of building systems and fulfilling work. And so it's been great to set the foundation of systems, support, and team. And if you guys want, I could do a separate video, but by the way, if you're interested in 5xing the growth of your YouTube channel and leveraging a YouTube team, like a superstar team that knows what we're doing, that's exactly what we do in our agency. So in our program, we recruit a superstar team to do the heavy lifting for you and to grow your channel while all you do is focus on filming epic content. So if that's something you're interested in and you're like, all I want to do is film, work 2 to 3 hours a week on your YouTube channel, definitely check out what we have to offer. Book a strategy call up here. I highly recommend it because if you're a business owner and have a YouTube channel that's stagnant and you're overwhelmed and you're struggling, now's the time to get that fixed. So definitely hop on a call with our team. So a very up and down business here is feeling so aligned right now. And this is the most aligned I've ever felt in business, and it feels so good. And so I hope that this vlog gave you perspective. Like, if you're interested in the nomad and traveling more, I made a really amazing video about this topic and the reality of being a digital nomad, like what they say versus the reality. And that video is coming up right here. I used to be a make money online digital nomad traveling to, several different countries around the world. So check out this video right here. It's coming up next. See you there. I have the story to tell you about how I went from back in 2016, a girl who had a desperate need